good here. Okay. Oh, that needs to go away. Okay. Rats at the hospital mission. Reach the pharmacy. Okay. Let's see if we can go out and do some stuff.
It's locked.
Talk to Edgar. See if we can find Edgar. Nope, not Edgar. Crazy lady. Okay. Hey? I heard somebody yell. Huh, okay. Okay.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
Oh, what's wrong with you, Tom?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You look fatigued. How can I made that water, didn't I? How can I help you with that?
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
I could give you some medicine. Yep, that I could.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Well, you don't want to get on my bad side.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
It's an interesting point of view.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton, I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Wet poop. Silly name.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
Interesting chair, though. For a hospital. Is there a letter?
Another night. Surely. I can endure another night.
Somebody down there.
This is no time for self.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
See if we can find him. This way. Yes, no. There's somebody that you are. Where are you going?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Mushy, mushy, mushy.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Well, no. Hospitals do try to do that.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is... nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
Well then.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Let's have a look. Can we get...
It's locked, all right.
Still locked. Well, let's try this within. Okay. I think I get that. What's up there?
I cannot enter.
People? Bad people. People with torches. library copy. Okay. No, it's not the time for grocery shopping, I guess. Oh. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Ooh. More back. Ooh, he looks tough, and he looks tough. Aye, aye, aye. What can we do? What can we do?
Please, sir. Can't let you through.
Sure. Can't let me through. It looks like I can't make my way. Or can I? Okay, well, let's go over there then, and we'll just see what happens, I guess. There's entirely too many people with guns out on the streets. I don't know why there's so many broken posters hanging all over the place. That looks like a nice place. Can I get in here? Don't know why everybody locked their doors. Seems silly. It's almost like they don't trust me. Ooh. That might work. Oh, back eye. Back eye. Of the easily stabbed persuasion. Ouch. Oh. Well then. Okay. Let's find. Let's find him. Sneak away. Upstairs. Okay, upstairs. I can go upstairs.
It is now or never.
What's now or never?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Or a good snack.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Well, I suppose I
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Oh, well. I don't want to be rude. You look healthy.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
I
Brilliant
think we've been
professionals,
there.
most of them.
Most of them.
It would be...
I'm not...
Brilliant...
Most of them.
It would...
No, been there, done that.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
Even if he kills patients.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Oh, I think that's too late.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. Up. Knock.
Please, Jonathan,
To
come in.
be or not to be? That is the question.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must
Brand new
be.
death.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Oh, at least I know where to buy it.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
I don't believe I said.
The Pembroke
call me
only
Forrester.
survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Getting letters, you need a vampire to solve it. That seems an odd choice, but sure, let's give that a try. I'm sure she's not as delicate as he thinks she is.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Wait.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I thought so.
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night,
You're hiding
before
it.
vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Ah, I see.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Well,
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I believe you will. Okay. Let's have a quick look at... I suppose I can't. Powers of persuasion, eh?
Must prove what we are capable
The pain.
of. Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Well, that is quite the lady.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Oh, I need to talk to you.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Well then.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I think that more than just breaks the rules a little bit. Sounds like they're breaking them a lot. Ooh. Where are there you are.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
It's not answering my question.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Unknown people. Babe. Don't worry. Where is she? Where is she? Oh. Oh.
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I will not let you down,
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I think it's too early to have that conversation with... Oh. Hello, unknown person.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Good evening, madam.
As for me,
Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Really?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
What does she know about me?
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Oh, I see.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I'm not a fan of that practice.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Goswick. Well...
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Well, I can understand that if your throat hurts.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is your
what's
mother
wrong.
bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all,
again.
Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Then I suppose...
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Doctor.
Fatigue. Could I maybe...
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Treatment for fatigue, so if
I have to
could-
go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact
could
me
mix
if you
up
need any help.
a little
Don't waste your time with me.
Why is she all the way down there?
Oh, sweet girl.
No wonder I couldn't find her. But what is she doing? Is she running off?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals, or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
That didn't look like paper. Yeah, she definitely didn't see me.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Who's yelling? Oh, looks like there's another person down there. Wait. That did not sound good. And that does not look good.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Well then. See if we can sneak up on this guy. Sneak up on him too. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. There you go. Oh, you dropped something. Oh, keep hearing him yelling. Don't see him, so he must be a little bit away. Oh, there we go. Oh, you stuck that. Stop that. I've seen that. Don't trick me. There you go.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
I don't have anything for headaches right now. So we're just gonna let him figure it out himself, I guess. I'm not gonna leave. We need to find the guy. Doesn't mean we can't look at shiny. Okay. Nice and steady. Oh, nope. Okay, that worked. Rat. Lunch.
I have thirst for blood.
Well, running snacks. Okay, well, we'll keep going then. Yeah. This doesn't look like a bad place to go in at all. Okay. There we go. Ah, vampire versus werewolf. Ooh. Wow. This is not gonna go well. Ouch. He seems a little out of my league. Okay. Let's see what we can do.
What sort of creature is this?
Either way with this. Might be able to. So we can both do this. Oops. Ouch. I'm supposed to feel this. Oops. Ooh, oh, not again. 130, 75. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, let's try this emphasize then. Oopsie.
Here's what's left of it. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
I agree. Not a lot. Huh. That is the note that nurse was giving away.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
See if you can sneak up on this guy. Where are you going? Oh, no! I was doing so well. Well, let's see what she has to say for herself. At least I got this door open. Wait. Where is she? Oh, she's all the way over there. Well then. Go away. Enter at your own risk. Oh, serious? Oh, Dad. Definitely don't want to meet up with you. Oh. No. This is a little beyond me. What options do we have? Well, I suppose we can go up here first. And then see if we can make some medicine. Now will that cure his fruit? Probably not. He'll be worth a shot.
It's locked, all right.
What's this? Medical file. So many bottles. Did I actually go upstairs? I don't remember if I did. Oh, well. That answers that question. Okay. Let's see if this will be enough.
I cannot enter.
Oh. Does that mean I can listen to them? Oh.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all,
I
Doctor.
thought it helped a little bit.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Don't waste your time with me.
Yeah, just... You can close the door again and then... do your little conspiracy thing. Oh, actually... let's do this. My biggest worry is... the other guys were way stronger than me. So the way to fix that is get stronger myself. So what we'll do is sleep and think about that for a while. Okay. Yep. Don't have enough for that, but that was good. That definitely will help. Okay. Blood capacity. Recover. Stamina will definitely help too. Yes, can do that. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Well, I thought I did some good stuff, so... You need something I can't give you. There is some hints about you I can unlock. Definitely stuff about you. So we're okay. Haven't been in here yet. These places are not looking too good. Dice. Okay. Still a lot to be done. Let's have a look. See if the medicine helped a little bit. Oh, they're just standing there. Well, looks like we have a long night ahead of us.